And then coming to neutral spine, take an easy stretch over to the right. And stretching left. Stretching right with the left arm overhead. And stretching left. And right again. And left again. And easy twist to the right. And twisting left. And right again. And left again. And then come to center, stretch the arms out in front, and flex the palms up, and fist them down, and flex them up, and fist them down. And then circle them in the same direction. And circle the other way. And hands up on the shoulders. Inhale and open the elbows. And exhale, bring them closer together. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. And then straight out from the shoulders and do some circles. And circle the other way. And cross your arms, one on top, one on the bottom. Walk the fingers back a little. Inhale, lift the elbows up. And exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And switch and put the other arm on top. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. And then switch and put the other leg in front. Clasp your hands, turn your palms out, and stretch the arms up. Inhale, stretch a little taller. And exhale, palms together, elbows out, letting the wrists stretch. And then other index finger on top, arms out and up. Inhale, stretch a little taller. And exhale, palms together, elbows out. And then Gomukhasana with the left arm on top. And other side. And eagle arms with the left elbow on top. And other side. And then taking the hands behind the back, roll the shoulders closer together, stretch through the arms if you're able. And release and do a couple shoulder rolls. And then we'll do that one more time. And release and do a couple shoulder rolls. And then you can make your way into table position. Open your hands up, spread your fingers out. Thumbs away from the fingers, knees under the hips. Firm your arms, take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, round to cat back. And inhale, arch to dog back. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. And inhale, arch. And then come to neutral spine. Take the right knee out to the side for fire hydrants. And lower down and lift the left. Lower down and lift the right again, little circles with the knee. And reverse the circle. And lower down, lift the left, little circles with the knee. And reverse the circle. And lower down, big toes together, knees wide apart. Sit back toward your heels, slide your arms out, forehead to the floor if you're able. And then coming back to table. And stretch the right leg to straight. And switch and stretch the left. Switch and stretch the right again. Lower back to neutral, left arm up. And if you can, lift the right leg and reach it away from you. And then back to table. Left leg to straight, lower back to neutral, right arm up. And if you can, lift the left leg. Back to table. Leaving the hips over the knees, walk the hands forward. And sit back just a little as you lower the chest into puppy stretch. And then walk the hands back up. And bring your right foot up. Press the heel down and bring the hips forward. And shift back and switch sides. Heel down and hips forward. And then shift back till the knees right over the ankle. Palms together, turning toward the front leg, opposite elbow to knee. And you can stretch the back leg out if you'd like. And then bringing hands to either side of the front foot and tuck the back toes under and stretch the back leg out into lunge pose. And then switching sides. Knee right over the ankle, palms together, opposite elbow to knee, and back leg can stretch out if you'd like. And then hands to either side of the front foot and coming to lunge pose. And then kneeling pose if you're able. And then tuck your toes under and maybe sit back again. And then bringing the legs around in front for boat pose. Knees bent, soles of the feet on the floor. Hands behind the thighs. Lean back till the arms are straight and then get the lower back lifted and the chest lifted, the chin relaxed, flex your feet. You can lift one leg or both legs. If you're able to lift both legs, you might release the arms. Try to get the knees in line with the hips and the ankles. If you're bendy, you can stretch your legs out. And then coming to cross-legged or whatever would be a break for you. If you're in cross-legged, you might want to fold forward. Sometimes that feels good. And then we'll do that one more time. And if you're coming to cross-legged, other leg in front, and go ahead and fold forward. And then come on up and make your way onto your belly. You can cross your arms at the front of your mat and turn your head to the side and rest it on your arms. And just take a few breaths into the lower back and feel it rise and fall with the breath. And then go ahead and turn your head to the other side. And then adjust your legs to be sure that the fronts of the legs are facing the floor and the backs of the legs are facing the ceiling. And lengthen the legs away from you. And as you do that, draw your tailbone down a little, roll your tail between your legs slightly so you have a little more length in the lower back. Keep the right arm up in front and take the left arm back alongside your body. And I'm going to roll that left shoulder onto my back. And my head's turned to the right. So you're resting your left cheek on your right hand. And as you inhale, you're going to lift your right arm. Your head will go along with it, but I want it to stay on the hand. So as you inhale and you lift the arm, the head and the chest come up. And as you exhale, they lower down. And again, inhale, lift the right arm, lift the head and chest with it, but the head stays on the arm. And lower back down. And then stretch your left leg away from you. And this time, as you lift your right arm, you're also going to lift your left leg. So again, the head can relax, the neck can relax, the arm and the leg are doing the work. And lower down. And one more time, lifting arm and leg. And lower down. And then go ahead and turn your head to the other side. I'm going to turn my whole body around. So now the left arm will be up at the front of your mat. As you turn your head to the left, your right cheek will be resting on your hand. The right arm's alongside the body. And as you inhale, lift your left arm, let the head and chest come with it. And as you exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift the left arm with the head and the chest. And exhale, lower down. And then stretch your right leg away from you. And as you inhale, lift the left arm and the right leg. And lower down. Last time. Left arm with the head and chest and the right leg. And lower down. And then go into whatever would be a comfortable position for you for a few breaths. And then when you're ready, you can roll to your side or press back through table position, whichever would feel better. And then we'll gradually make our way up to standing. And commit to mountain pose with the feet fist width distance apart. Inside edges of the feet parallel. Shift the thigh bones back. Firm the leg muscles into the bones. Let the tailbone relax down, the belly lift up, the ribs relax down, the collarbones open. And stretch lightly through your elbows and your fingers. Relax the face back a little. And again, take a moment to be aware of where your device is and if you're doing funny things with your head and your neck in order to see. And then on your next inhale, turn the palms out, stretch the arms up overhead. Take the thighs back again, tailbone down, belly up, front ribs down. Stretching up through the elbows, through the fingers. Inhale, lengthen the sides of the waist. Exhale, reach up and over to the right. Inhale up. And exhale up and over to the left. Inhale up. Exhale right again. Inhale up. And exhale left. Inhale up. Exhale forward to flat back, sitting bones lifting up behind you. And reach out to come up. Relax the tailbone down, reach up to go back, easy back stretch. Inhale up. And exhale the arms down. Stretch them out in front, sitting bones out behind you, sit down into chair pose. Maybe take a peek and make sure the knees are the same distance apart as the feet. Weights back in the heels, sitting bones are heading back. Shoulders relaxed down the back. And take a deeper inhale. And as you exhale, fold down over bent legs. Put your hands somewhere on your legs and stretch your sitting bones up just for an easy stretch on your hamstrings. And then deeply bend your knees, come back to your chair. Press the floor away to stand up. And release the arms down. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, swan dive, forward bend. Inhale to flat back. And exhale down. Reverse the swan dive to come up. And sit back to chair. Inhale up. And exhale the arms down. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale to flat back. Exhale down. Reverse the swan dive up. And sit back to chair. Inhale up. And exhale the arms down. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, flat back. Exhale down. Reverse the swan dive to come up. And sit back to chair. Inhale up. And exhale the arms down. And then bring the feet mat width apart, a little bit turned out. You can either come to forward bend, or if it's okay for your knees, you can come down to squat pose. And then hands down, sitting bones up behind you. Wiggle the feet closer together and come on up. And let's take warrior 1 with the left foot forward, right foot back. Back legs turned out a little. Front knees bent to right over the ankle. And importantly, this front thigh bone needs to be moving back into the hip socket. So retracting the thigh bone. Stretch the arms up overhead. Take a deeper inhale. And as you exhale, bend the elbows and come to cactus arms, shoulder blades closer together on the back. Inhale the arms up. Exhale to cactus. Inhale the arms up. And exhale to cactus. Inhale up. And exhale the arms down. Step the back foot up and switch sides. Back leg turned out a little bit, front knee bent to right over the ankle, front thigh bone moving back, stretching to the back heel, arms overhead. And notice how easy it is to breathe up in the chest with the arms in this position, in this pose. And take a deeper inhale. Exhale, draw the arms to cactus. Inhale up. Exhale to cactus. Inhale up. And exhale to cactus. Inhale the arms up. Exhale the arms down, step the back foot up, and you can come into a forward bend if that would feel good. And then come on up, and if you're using blocks for Parsvottanasana, grab your blocks. Otherwise, you can always move to a piece of furniture, or you can have your hands on your legs. So stepping the left foot forward between the blocks, right leg back, little space between the feet. This time the pelvis is square to the front of the mat, and the legs are firm, shoulders on the back. Inhale, maybe take a baby back bend. And as you exhale, fold forward from the hip crease. And when your sitting bones stop moving, bring your hands to your blocks. Let your head be in line with your spine, so your face is looking at your front foot, not just your eyes. Check in with the back of the front leg, the hamstring muscles. If they're comfortable and you can fold the pelvis farther forward, you're welcome to come down. or you can stay right where you are. And just take a few relaxing breaths, giving those muscles time to release some tension. And then pressing down into the feet, firm the legs, stretch the spine forward, bring the hands onto the hips and come up, and switch sides. Little space between the feet, back leg turned out a little, pelvis square to the front, legs firm, shoulders on the back, maybe a baby back bend, and then coming forward from the hip crease. Whenever the sitting bones stop moving, bring your hands to your support. Get the head in line with the spine, crown of the head shining straight forward. And then if all is comfortable, you can fold further down or not. Always working at a place where you can relax with the sensation, giving time for the muscles to release some tension. And take a deeper inhale and press down into the feet, lengthen the spine forward, hands up the hips and come up, and step the back foot up. And if you're using blocks, you can move them out of the way. And then coming to face the long edge of the mat. Actually, we'll do our balance pose first. So I'm going to step off my mat. You're welcome to stay on your mat if you'd like. And come into mountain pose with the arms out to the sides. Press the floor away with the left foot, peel up the right heel. Stretch up out of your standing leg, come to the big toe. Make sure your shoulders are over your hips. So oftentimes we're leaning back a little. We need to bring the top of the torso a little forward so we can feel a little baby crunch in the front of the body as we flex the foot and lift the leg. So when the leg lifts, maybe even thinking about the sitting bone shifting back a little so that the hip is over the ankle. And take a deeper inhale. And exhale back to 2 feet. And then stretch the arms back out. Thigh back, tailbone down, belly up, front ribs down. Begin to peel up the left heel. Stretch up out of the standing leg, come to the big toe. Little scoop in and up of the belly, flex the foot, lift the knee. Sense if your shoulders are over your hips and your hips are over your ankle. And then making your way back to 2 feet. And now you can come into wide stance, 5-point star. So outside edges of the feet parallel to the short ends of the mat, arms stretched out to the side, thighs back, tailbone down, belly up, front ribs down, collarbones open, arms into the sockets and out through the fingers. And maybe close your eyes and just become aware of that Samana Vayu that we talked about earlier. So as you exhale, feeling the energy concentrate in the solar plexus area. And as you inhale, feel it radiating out through all 5 directions, all 4 limbs and the crown of the head. And take a deeper inhale. And exhale, release the arms down, do a couple shoulder rolls. And then stretch them back out, turn the left leg in a little bit and the right leg out 90 degrees. Heel to instep alignment. Front thigh rolling out so the knee's in line with the top of the foot. And bend the front knee to right over the ankle. And then adjust your stance length. Stretch to the back heel, open the collarbones back up to 5-point star. Turn your head to look down the front hand for warrior two. And then moving to reverse warrior, back arm down, front arm up and over. And then reach up to come out, windmill the arms around for side angle pose, and maybe lengthen the stance a little, bring that front thigh down a little more or not. And try to make a nice long line with the left side of your body. And then press the front leg to straight, open the arms, shift the pelvis, and come to triangle pose. And then as you inhale, reach up for the ceiling, open the arms, soften the front knee, turn the feet to parallel, maybe wiggle them a little closer together. Take a couple resting breaths. And then stretch the arms back out. Turn the right leg in a little bit and the left leg out 90 degrees. Bend the front knee to right over the ankle and adjust your stance length. Pulling that front thigh back into the socket, open the collarbones, turn the head to look down the front. And then reverse the arms and come to reverse warrior, back arm down, front arm up and over. Make sure you're still holding that front thigh open. And using the breath to help open up this whole left side of the body. And then on an inhale, reach up, windmill the arms around to side angle pose, maybe adjust the stance length, bring the front thigh down a little more or not. Then rotate the torso more toward the long edge of the mat if you can. Sink your weight into the heel of your front foot, keep that front thigh open. And then stretch the front leg to straight, open the arms, shift the pelvis, and come into triangle. And then reach up for the ceiling, open the arms, soften the front knee, turn the feet to parallel, and go ahead into forward bend. Hands under the shoulders, teacup fingers, bending the knees if you need to. And maybe bending one knee deeper and stretching through the opposite inner thigh. Or just shifting the hips around. And then making your way to center and bring your left hand to the middle directly under your shoulder. And open the right arm and follow it with your gaze as you move into twist. And then release and switch sides. And release. And then when you're ready, you can jump or step your feet closer together. And come on up. And let's make our way into downward facing dog. So you can get there from table position, or you can simply walk your way out to the pose. Do take a moment to take a look at your hands. Make sure the wrinkles on your wrists are going straight across your mat. You've got all your knuckles on the floor, the index finger and thumb are on the floor. And press the hips back as far as they'll go. You can leave the knees bent if that gets you a longer spine. And you can pedal your feet out a little, deeply bending one knee, stretching through the opposite heel. And then making your way forward into plank pose. So as you come forward, little curl the tail between the legs, bring the shoulders over the wrists, backs to the thighs lifting up, reaching into the heels. And then lift the sitting bones up and make your way back to down dog. So you can do that 2 more times or 3 more times. Or if you want to do the whole vinyasa thing, you can do that. Or if it's time for you to take a break, you can do that. Otherwise, coming forward to plank. And then back to down dog. And one more time, forward to plank. And back to down dog. And then making your way down into child's pose or whatever would be a comfortable resting pose for you. And then when you're ready, you can come to sit. So nice long spine, shoulders on the back. Cross-legged pose if you're able. And then begin to walk the fingers forward and come out over the legs. So if your head's close to the floor, you might support it with stacked fists. Otherwise, you can use a block or a block and fists. And then slowly come up and switch sides. Other leg in front. Sit up nice and tall. And then come forward. And slowly come up. And bring the soles of the feet together for Baddha Konasana. And use your arms to help you sit your lower back upright. Roll the shoulders onto the back. Press the sitting bones down and lengthen up through the crown of the head. And just take a few breaths here. And then if you're able to fold forward here, you can fold forward here, or you can take the legs out into diamond pose and fold there. And then slowly coming up, stretch the left leg out in front, fold the right leg in, and come to sage one. So active left leg, firm leg, grounded leg, foot flex, toes spread. And pressing into the heel of the front foot and using the arms to help you sit yourself up tall. And then switching sides. And open the left leg out to the left, placing the foot on the inside of the right thigh if you're able. Long spine, and then coming out over the right leg. And if it's comfortable for you, you might want to take the left foot across the right thigh above the knee, flex the foot, and come forward again. A little different stretch. And then come on up and switch sides. Extending the left leg, folding the right leg in. Sit up tall, active left leg, and come out over the left. And if it's comfortable for you, crossing the right leg over the left above the knee, flexing both feet, and coming forward again. And then slowly come up and stretch both legs out in front. And then we're going to fold the left one in again. So really become aware of this heel into the floor. So those of you that are able are getting the heel close to the sitting bone. You can also have the foot a little farther out to the side if that's better for you. And we're going to keep an active right leg. Take the left arm to the inside of the left leg. Take the right arm behind. Use that to sit you up tall. And we're going to twist to the open side. So we're twisting to the right. So the arm is pressing into the leg and the leg is pressing into the arm. The heel's pressing into the floor. The right hand's pressing into the floor. Spine lengthening on the inhale. And on your next exhale, release and turn toward the leg, this time wrapping the right arm around the leg, left hand behind, so you're twisting to the closed side. Reach through the inside edge of the right foot. And take a deeper inhale. As you exhale, come to center, stretch the left arm up, right hand alongside you again. And you're going to fold forward, reaching the left hand for the right foot. So this is a forward bend with a twist. So some of us might stay here, and some of us might take that left arm around the front of the left shin and the right arm behind, and you might even be able to clasp. And if you're able to clasp, you use that leverage to help you lengthen your spine. And just notice all the folding and compression that's going on in the middle of the body right now. So as you inhale and you release that, all that energy and circulation gets opened up again, and we switch sides. So folding the right leg in, left leg straight, left hand behind. So I'm lifting up my blanket so I can get my hand close to my buttocks, and my right arm's going up, and then coming to the inside of the right leg, arm and leg pressing into each other as I twist to the open side. And take a deeper inhale. And as you exhale, release and turn toward the leg, left arm wrapping around the leg, right arm behind, and twisting to the closed side. And as you exhale, coming back to center, left hand behind you again, right arm up, reaching the right hand for the left foot, holding out over the left. And again, maybe staying here, you can just place that hand on the outside of the left leg, or maybe wrapping around, maybe clasping. Lengthen the spine so you have your forward bend with a twist. And then as you inhale, slowly release, stretch both legs out, coming into Dandasana. So you can keep your hands behind you. You can bring your hands to your lap. You can take our Kubera Mudra if you'd like, pressing the sitting bones down, lengthening through the crown of the head, holding yourself up right under your heart, front and back. And then taking the arms up overhead. Inhale, stretch a little taller. Exhale, reach out over your legs, wherever your hands land, let them rest, and relax your head. And then when you're ready, making your way back up, and you can go onto your backs into reclined mountain pose. So have anything that you're going to need later for relaxation handy, including socks and sweaters. It's cool in your house, although we've been having quite a lovely warm spell here. So extending the legs, flexing the feet, maybe taking the arms overhead. As you reach into the heels, draw the tailbone down and back, let the belly move in and up. And take a deeper inhale. And as you exhale, bend your right knee into your chest and give it a hug. Inhale, release, stretch the arms overhead. And exhale, bring the left one in. Inhale, release, arms overhead. Exhale, right one in. Inhale, release, arms overhead. Exhale, left leg in. And then you can hug both knees into your chest. You can rock around if that's comfortable. You can circle the knees in the same direction. You can move into happy baby if you like happy baby. Whatever feels good for you. And then bringing the soles of the feet to the floor and the arms out to the side at shoulder height. Let's cross the right ankle over the left knee and flex the foot. And then slowly dropping the legs over to the right. So you're rolling onto the inside edge of the left foot. Draw the belly in to come to center and take the legs over to the left, rolling onto the outside edge of the left foot. And we'll do that one more time to each side. So the head can stay looking up, or it can go to the opposite side if you'd like. And then when you make your way back to center, switch the cross of your legs, crossing the left foot over the right thigh just above the knee, flexing the foot, and taking the legs first to the left, rolling to the inside edge of the right foot. Belly in to come through center, and heading over to the left. Sorry, to the right, head to the left. And back to center, legs to the left again. Back to center, and legs to the right. And back to center, uncrossing the legs, and either stretch both legs out or bring both knees into your chest, whichever would feel better for you. And then I'm going to recommend that we finish with a chest opener of some sort. So if you want to do an active one, you can do bridge pose, or if you're a back bender and you do full wheel, you can do full wheel. You can also do fish pose. Or you can take your blanket or towel and roll the long edge into a tube, so it kind of looks like a rolled yoga mat, but a lot softer. And then that would go lengthwise on your mat. And you'd sit a few inches in front of it and put it right along the length of your spine. And that can even start higher up if you prefer. Arms out in T position, head relaxing, and then just kind of let everything melt over the blanket. Or if you have two blocks, you might want to do upper back blocks. So they would be done by placing your blocks in an equal sign. The first block would be for your shoulder blades, the second one for your head. The legs are active. So when you lie back, the bottom edge of this block starts right about where your bra strap would start. Shoulder blades themselves on the block, arms out in front and up overhead if you're able. So whichever position you're in, just bringing the breath up into the chest. Just allow the belly to fall into the body. Move the breath up into the rib cage. You can even do what we call climbing the breath. So each breath starts up a little higher than the one before. So these are chest opener poses, so we're supporting that action with the breath. If you're doing upper back blocks and you want to move up to the second level, make sure you use your arms and your hands to lift you up away from the blocks. And then you can turn them up a level. And then if you're doing blocks, you'll want to come down one level at a time. If you were doing an active pose, you'll want to take a moment in a counter pose like child's pose or down dog. And then you can begin to make your way out of where you are and into Shavasana for relaxation. So perhaps a little something under your head, making sure that you're warm enough. You can also do legs up the wall or calves on the chair. But otherwise, legs comfortably far apart, comfortably flopped open. Arms a comfortable distance from the body with the palms facing upward if you're able. And head relaxing so the chin is slightly lower than the forehead. And take a relaxing inhale and exhale. And then let go of your breath and allow your body to breathe in whatever way it would like. Let all the muscles of your face relax. Relax your forehead and your temples. Relax your eyebrows and the space between your eyebrows. Let your eyes rest softly in their sockets. Let go of your cheeks. Relax your jaw and your lips. Relax your throat and the back of your neck. Relax your shoulders and your collarbones. Your arms and your elbows. Relax your hands, your fingers and your thumbs. Relax your rib cage. And the length of your spine. Relax your hips and your abdomen, your thighs and your knees. Relax your legs, your ankles, your feet and your toes. Let the back of your body melt into the floor. Relax the back of your neck. And let your head rest heavy. Let your breath flow freely. And hold your awareness inside. And simply watch. watching the flow of breath. Watching your body relax. Feeling the sensations of letting go. Allowing that to happen. As thoughts cross your mind, acknowledge them and let them go. And come back to watching. Begin to deepen your breath. Gently stretch through your fingers and your toes, your arms and your legs. Slowly rock your head from side to side or do a big stretch if you'd like. And then one at a time, bend your knees and roll to your right side and rest in fetal position. And then continue to roll to your right so you can use your arm and your hand to help you press up to sitting. keeping the spine soft, letting the head come up last. Take a relaxing inhale and exhale. Join your hands at your heart center and bow your head to your heart. And then slowly open your eyes. Namaste.